Hyperfocus on tone is a common tactic that emotionally immature parents use to shut down a conversation. The parent will focus on how the child says something instead of the content of what is actually being said. The child may raise a legitimate concern, something about safety, boundaries, their feelings, but the parent redirects the entire exchange to its delivery. You're using the wrong tone. Don't speak to me in that tone of voice. I'm not going to talk to you if you continue to use that tone. The conversation stalls there. Nothing actually gets resolved. There is likely nothing objectively inappropriate about the child's tone. It may convey emotion. It could display hurt, sadness, frustration. For a parent who struggles to regulate their own internal emotion, a child displaying emotion is very destabilizing. Instead of managing their internal reaction, they attempt to control the external stimulus, the way the child is speaking, their facial expressions, the wording. Tone policing becomes a way to shut down the conversation, to regain control, and to avoid addressing the underlying issue. This dynamic has a few predictable features. The child's concern is never actually heard because the parent focuses on the delivery. Emotion is treated as misbehavior. Intensity is framed as disrespect or being out of your mind, even if the message is perfectly reasonable. And then there are changing standards. What counts as an acceptable tone changes moment to moment depending on the parent's mood. The child adapts or shuts down. They typically stop attempting to bring any information to the parent, or they edit themselves so much that what they're sharing really isn't reality. And over time, tone policing teaches the child that what matters is performing emotional neutrality. The validity of their point is irrelevant. And at the same time, it can be confusing because the parent may insist that they're teaching the child respect. But respect involves being able to actually hear other perspectives. What they're actually teaching is that avoidance of any message that challenges them is appropriate. In healthy interactions, tone and content are completely separate things. If delivery crosses a line, it can be noted briefly, but the content of the message is still addressed. In tone policing dynamics, policing the delivery of the message becomes a barrier to any actual problem solving or real exchange. So it keeps the parent from having to engage with perspectives that aren't their own. Ultimately, all it does is further the distance between the parent and child and break down what little trust is still there. Have a good day.